Hello everyone, welcome to class series, and in this video we're gonna be learning our short summary of the chapter The Concert. The Concert was a lesson written by Shanta Rameshwar Rao. This lesson comes under the unit Music the Ambrosia. Everyone likes music. Music is a divine art. Here, the poetess narrates an incident which is very much nothing. Smita was a 16-year-old girl while reading the newspaper and said excitedly that Pandit Ravi Shankar's concert will be held at Shanmukhananda Auditorium the next day. Smita, her mother, and her brother Anant, who was suffering from cancer, came to Bombay for treatment. They stayed in Bombay for treatment. They stayed in Aunt Sushila's apartment in Bombay. When she told the mother loudly, her mother said to her, "Don't shout, your brother will wake up. Don't you know he needs to sleep and take rest?" But the boy was not sleeping. He was very fond of music and wanted to learn sitar. Both brother and sister joined the sitar class. When he heard the name Pandit Ravi Shankar, he was eager to know the details. So he tried to raise himself upon his elbows, but he couldn't. He fell back. His eyes thought she pretended that all would be well and their family members were only four. Her brother Anant was 15 years old, the best table tennis player in the school and the fastest runner. He was learning to play the sitar and better than his sister Smita as in many other things. He was quite intelligent and skillful. He was already able to compose his own tunes. Then cancer struck and they came to Bombay with great hopes. Whenever they came to Bombay, they stayed with Aunt Sushila. They had beliefs and told themselves that Anant would be cured and he would again walk and run and take part in the forthcoming table tennis tournament. He would play sitar and perhaps would be great sitarist. But their bad luck, his condition grew worse day by day, and the doctor said, "Take him home, give him rest he likes. Satisfy him because his end is not so far." As a parent, they hide the truth. They laughed and smiled and talked Anant with whatever made him happy. They fulfilled his every need and gave whatever he asked for. Now he was asking to go to the concert. For him, it was shining. He said that he must attend the concert and should not miss the chance. He was very eager to hear him and see him. Mother came and said to him, "Lie down, son, lie down." She was helpless, seeing her son's condition. She felt very sad and uttered a prayer. Anant repeated, "I must hear him and see him. It's the chance of a lifetime." Immediately he began to cough and catch a breath with open mouth and had to be given oxygen from the cylinder. But his large eyes were fixed on his sister. Smita felt very guilty when she read the news. She had been so excited that she completely forgot the condition of her brother. She had known the frightening truth that he was going to die. He was suffering from cancer and doctors gave no hope. Even they came to Bombay with great hopes. Mother consoled his son and said, "This is not the last time they are going to play. When you are better, then we will go." Smita stood at the window, her eyes filled with tears. Seeing this, the mother whispered to her Smita that she can go with her father. Smita went to Aunt Sushila and expressed her sorrow and how she can go without her brother. The aunt suggested her to walk in the park sometime. Smita was grateful to her suggestion. While walking in the park, a daring thought came to her mind and she hurried home. She decided that there is no harm in trying it. The plan was ready in her mind. She asked her mother and her father agreed to get the tickets. When the next day Smita and her father left the home, Anant smiled and wished them to enjoy the concert. She was so much excited and felt that was all in a dream. She listened to the unfolding ragas, but all the while she remembered her pain. She heard the chants of a lifetime in Anand's voice in every beat of the tabla. The concert came to an end and a man made a long, boring speech. People began to move towards the exit. Now was the time. Smita went towards the stage. Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Rakha was standing. Smita's heart was beating loudly. Her knees felt weak. Her tongue became dry, but she went up and standing before them with her hands folded. She called, "Oh sir," both of them saw Smita and asked, "Yes." She narrated the condition of her brother and he is longing to wish to see him. At that time, the man who made long boring speech came and said to Smita that Pandit ji is a busy man. You must not trouble him with these requests. Blaring this, Pandit Ravi Shankar smiled and mentioned him to be quiet. He asked Ustad Sahib without any thought. Ustad said that tomorrow morning we perform for the boy. Pandit ji said yes and also agreed. It was very exciting for Smita. Smita came back home and said to everybody, especially for the aunt. And the next morning, both Pandit Ravi Shankar and Ustad Allah Rakha came to their home. They performed in front of Anant, who was lying on the bed. Anant was listening to the music, the great and beautiful happiness as life went out of him gently, very gently.